Have you ever felt stuck between two goals? You want to lose fat, but you also want to build muscle. For ages, the common wisdom was that you had to pick one. Bulk up first, then cut down. But what if I told you that you could do both at the same time? It sounds like magic, but it's a real physiological process called body recomposition, or recomp for short. Today, we're diving deep into the science and strategy behind how you can build muscle and burn fat simultaneously, transforming your physique without the endless cycles of bulking and cutting. Stick around, because this could completely change the way you approach your fitness journey. So, what exactly is body recomposition? At its core, it's about changing the ratio of fat mass to lean muscle mass in your body. Instead of just focusing on the number on the scale, which can be misleading, recomp focuses on what that weight is actually made of. Imagine two people who both weigh 150 pounds. One might have 30% body fat, while the other has 15%. They weigh the same, but their bodies look and perform completely differently. The goal of recomp is to shift you towards that leaner, more muscular composition. You might find your weight stays relatively stable, or even goes up slightly, but your clothes fit better, you look more toned, and you feel stronger. That's the power of recomp. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds great, but is it actually possible? I thought you couldn't build tissue and break down tissue at the same time, and that's a fair question. The key is understanding that your body is in a constant state of flux. It's always building things up, called anabolism, and breaking things down, called catabolism. Gaining muscle is an anabolic process, while losing fat is a catabolic one. The trick to body recomposition is to create an environment where your body preferentially builds muscle tissue while simultaneously using stored body fat for energy. It's not about doing both things in the exact same second, but rather about creating an overall trend in that direction over days and weeks. So, who is body recomposition for? Is it for everyone? The truth is, some people will see much faster and more dramatic results than others. The first group, and the one that will see the most success, are beginners. If you're new to resistance training, you're in a prime position. Your muscles are so sensitive to this new stimulus that they can grow even in a slight calorie deficit. This is often called newbie gains, and it's a golden window of opportunity for recomp. The second group are people who are returning to training after a long break. Thanks to a phenomenon called muscle memory, your body can regain lost muscle much faster than it could build it the first time. Your muscle cells retain their nuclei, making the process of rebuilding much more efficient. So if you've been out of the gym for a while, you can definitely recomp as you get back into the swing of things. Finally, individuals with a higher starting body fat percentage also have a significant advantage. Why? Because they have more stored energy available. Their body has a larger fuel tank of fat to pull from to power daily activities and muscle repair, even if they aren't eating a surplus of calories. This allows them to fuel muscle growth while simultaneously chipping away at their fat stores. For very lean, advanced lifters, however, recomp becomes much more difficult, as the body has less fat to spare and is already highly adapted to training. Alright, let's get into the how. The entire process of body recomposition hinges on three critical pillars: resistance training, nutrition, and recovery. You can't neglect any of them. Let's start with the most important driver of muscle growth: resistance training. You have to give your muscles a reason to grow. This means engaging in progressive overload. Progressive overload is the principle of continually increasing the demands on your musculoskeletal system to gain muscle size, strength, and endurance. This doesn't just mean lifting heavier weights every single time. It can also mean doing more reps, more sets, improving your form, decreasing rest times, or increasing the frequency of your workouts. Your program should be structured, focusing on compound movements like squats, deadlifts, bench presses, and rows. These exercises recruit multiple muscle groups at once, giving you the most bang for your buck in terms of stimulating growth and burning calories. Aim for at least 3 to 4 challenging strength training sessions per week. Now for the second pillar, and arguably the most nuanced part of recomp: nutrition. This is where most people get it wrong. To lose fat, you need a calorie deficit. To build muscle, you ideally want a calorie surplus. So, how do you reconcile this? The key is a small, carefully managed calorie deficit. We're not talking about a crash diet. A deficit of around 200 to 500 calories below your maintenance level is the sweet spot. This is enough to encourage your body to tap into fat stores for energy, but not so much that it severely compromises your ability to recover and build muscle. Within that calorie target, protein is king. Protein provides the amino acids that are the literal building blocks of new muscle tissue. During a recomp, your protein needs are even higher to prevent muscle breakdown while you're in a deficit. A great target to aim for is around 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, or roughly 0.7 to 1 gram per pound. Spread this intake throughout the day. Think lean meats, fish, eggs, dairy, legumes, and quality protein supplements if needed. Getting enough protein is non-negotiable for a successful recomp. After protein, fill the rest of your calories with healthy carbohydrates for energy and fats for hormone function. The final pillar is recovery. Your muscles don't grow in the gym. They grow when you're resting. This is when your body repairs the microscopic tears in your muscle fibers, making them bigger and stronger. The number one component of recovery is sleep. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. This is when your body releases crucial hormones like growth hormone, which is vital for muscle repair and fat metabolism. If you're consistently skimping on sleep, you're sabotaging your efforts. Beyond sleep, managing stress is also important. Chronic stress raises cortisol levels, a hormone that can promote fat storage and muscle breakdown, the exact opposite of what we want. Incorporate stress management techniques that work for you, like meditation, walking in nature, or just taking time for your hobbies. Let's talk about tracking progress. Since the number on the scale can be deceptive during a recomp, you need better tools. The best way to track your progress is by taking progress photos and body measurements. Once a month, take photos from the front, side, and back in the same lighting and position. Use a tape measure to track the circumference of your waist, hips, chest, and arms. You might see your waist measurement go down while your arm or chest measurement goes up, a clear sign that recomp is working. Also, pay attention to how your clothes fit and how you feel. Are you getting stronger in the gym? Do you have more energy? These are all positive signs that you're on the right track. Don't get discouraged if the scale doesn't move for a week or two. Trust the process. So, let's put it all together in a quick summary. Body recomposition is the process of building muscle and losing fat at the same time, and it's most effective for beginners, people returning from a break, and those with higher body fat. The strategy is built on 3 pillars. First, consistent resistance training with progressive overload, focusing on compound lifts 3 to 4 times a week. Second, smart nutrition. Maintain a small calorie deficit of 200 to 500 calories and prioritize a high protein intake of about 1 gram per pound of body weight. And third, prioritize recovery. Get 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep and manage your stress levels. Track your progress, not with the scale, but with photos, measurements, and how you feel. Body recomposition is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires patience, consistency, and a smart approach. But the reward is a sustainable transformation that builds a stronger, leaner, and more functional body without the extreme highs and lows of traditional bulking and cutting cycles. You can absolutely change your body's composition for the better. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this guide has demystified body recomposition for you and given you the confidence to start your own journey. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and be sure to subscribe for more evidence-based fitness content. Drop any questions you have in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer them. See you in the next video.